Good morning, faithful followers getting up on MLK Monday. We are still in Minneapolis, Minnesota. Harry Haviland, Brian Modane, keeping our voices together just for the fans across the globe. OTT Sports Network bringing you your Arapahoe Pee-wee A Navy battling against the same team we saw last night in Waukesha. We are minus a few players though this morning. Some flights got changed and canceled and moved around. So we're going to see some different lineups and some forwards potentially playing D here, Brian.
Yeah, I'm not so sure what to expect here in this game, Harry. I think the kids are they're glad they had one last game. It's hard to really get up with a lot of fight in you when you're playing a game that doesn't really mean anything. But I think
fourth or fifth is a big deal out of 5 teams.
I think that just kind of staying out of the cellar is motivation enough. So I think that the team's going to have some good things. I'm hoping to see some good puck movement, some goals, and a lot of hardworking kids.
Goals are key. We've got to start scoring some goals again. Put 3 up on the board last night in the shutout victory, but only 3 in the 2 previous, 2 and 1 in the 2 previous games before that. It looks like Cole Manick's going to be back on D starting this one with Lauber. Foster, Weber, and Fredette are your forwards. Big Simon Prokop back between the pipes as action is underway and your Warriors are pressing. That one gets turned at the blue line, and Waukesha's coming the other way, 2-on-1. Lauber back to it first. Off the boards, flipping it up to Weber, doesn't get it all the way through. And behind the net, Waukesha skating with it.
Uh-oh.
And out. Eli Fredette skating his way across, has Weber ahead of him. Fredette carrying this one, taking it wide, hanging onto it on his backhand against the boards, turning, now trying to make that look. Gets it banged off of his stick, and Waukesha's trying to clear that out. Foster gets a blade on it. Speaking of blades and Foster, he broke his yesterday as we saw him hobbling off the ice. That wasn't an injury, that was a broken skate blade.
It actually snapped in half, if you would believe that. It's kind of a weird place to break, but they went over to Play It Again Sports this morning, and he got himself some new blades, so he's back in action now.
Ready to go, and he is still out there now trying to keep that one in as Waukesha tips it outside their own zone. The crowd's just as fired up this morning as they were last night, Brian.
I know.
Can't control them in here. We're going to have to get security. Lauber racing across, gets there and hammers that one deep into the corner, keeping it onside while Fredette chases it down. Making that pass out over to Foster. To Weber, into Waukesha, and out. Lauber chasing it all the way, and it's no icing, doesn't make it across that red line. Dirty sheet of ice to start this game. They'll be giving it a zam after the first period's over. Manick outside the blue line and then dumped right back in, glove down by Lauber. Those two have been out their entire time so far, coming up on 2 minutes into this period. They're going to be seeing a lot of ice. Those are skating with 4 defense. Stewart into the corner, has Castillo in front. Backhands it out to the point. Bevan stepping out, takes the shot. She's out there now with Kolchevsky, the only 2D that stuck around to hang out with us other than Lauber, who just took that 2-minute first shift. They skate this one in offside, bringing it out with 11:50 left to go. 0-0 first period action here in Minneapolis, Minnesota.
You know, this is really reminiscent of a library. The activity level, the action, the volume. I feel like I might want to curl up and read my book, because I was talking to you last night about that book that I'm currently reading.
Yeah, that sounds good.
Yeah.
I would like to curl up. It feels a lot colder in here than it did last night, too. Skating their way in, 2-on-1 with the outside shot into Prokop's belly. Closing down on that one, keeping it a 0-0 game, and a faceoff's going to be over his right shoulder.
I just heard a fan clapping. That's not something you'd hear in a library,
Harry. Might
Harry.
just be able to keep his hands warm?
That could be. Could be.
He wasn't even watching the play. He was reading that book you were so excited
about. I think so.
Annie Bevan spinning in behind her own net. Checks up and looks the other way, has Seward up on the boards.
Juke, jive.
Hammered her around to the far side. Haviland's going to be the first one to pick it up. He backhands that but can't clear the zone. Waukesha keeping it in. Kolcheski behind him, flips that one down, and the ref's arm goes up, and we're gonna see another icing, and another whistle, and another face-off. Hopefully everybody had a lovely weekend. I'm not sure if everyone gets today off or not. I know I don't, so don't tell my boss I'm still in Minnesota. Thinks I'm on a sales call right now.
You could probably do both, actually. Sales call and call this game. There's not a lot of action here going on.
Not so far. Here, Foster's trying to change that as he works his way in. Can't center the pass, but a penalty is going to be called here now as Waukesha touches up on it. Behind the play, there's going to be a rough.
Yeah, I think.
As Bodine got hit up there?
Yeah, he
was
got
that
blown up. Yeah, he's skating with his head down and got absolutely lit up. Drew a penalty. It's positive.
Seeing that penalty, though, makes it 5-on-4. Like you said, going on the power play here.
And we're 2 for 37 on the power play after this last two power play goals, which was.
Let's make it 3 for 38. Battling in front, Bodine trying to get across to it. Going to keep working his way over. Finds it on the boards, put it back to Manick. Tipped in front to Fredette. He's got a chance, takes a shot, and rips that one just wide of the post. Bodine picks up the rebound behind. Fighting to get in front.
Hey.
Goes off of Fredette's stick. Fredette back out to Lobber, the point. Big shot into the glove of the goaltender, hanging on for a whistle. Good to see a couple of shots on net at least.
Yeah.
They're pushing it in the right direction, and only good things can come from there.
I heard it might have been somebody very famous at one point said if you don't shoot, you can't score. I don't remember who said that.
Miss 100% of the shots that you don't take. Was that a basketball? Must have been a basketball player. Larry Bird, maybe? Short-handed and flipped out to the point. Manick working his way to try and hold that in.
Tried to keep it in.
The ref saw a little bit of white between the blue line and the puck and whistles it down. Still 53 seconds left to go in this power play. Foster winning it over to the side of Bodine, tipping it up. And kept it in the blue line. Foster's with it, has Fredette in front. Decides to pass it eventually, and Fredette got a piece of it, but not enough to get it past the goaltender. Manick flipping it back into the corner to Foster. Bodine and Fredette both in front. Stepping in from the blue line as Lobber as Fredette backs up to take his spot on the blue line. Lobber behind. Oh, trying to find Bodine. He gets tackled down, and Waukesha spins it back around the other way. They get it across the red line, dump it in deep. Fredette in his own zone to pick it up with 13 seconds left to go in this power play. They got time for one more rush down the ice. Eli Fredette winding up, making that pass across to Foster, who gains the blue line. Waukesha gets that out as their player steps out of the box, and now they've got a 2-on-1 against Bevan. Ruckinen taking the shot. Big blocker coming across there out of Prokop. Bevan up to Fredette. Dumps that one out and rips off for a change. Waukesha, and he's looking for some help here as everybody's changing up. Prokop gives it to her, kicks that one into the corner. Through the crease over to the far side. Kolcheski chasing it down. They put it in behind the net. Castile gets it bounced around his stick. Waukesha back to the point, claps one from the blue line, tip, sending that one wide for Bevan. All the way around, Kolcheski and Stewart both get to it. Castile on that side of the ice with him too. Making the pass out to Weber. He's got an opportunity here as he's breaking his way through the neutral ice. Around still has it. Weber centering. That one drops down and right into the hands of the Waukesha player. Castile on the back check, forcing them to dump it in. And all 5 players back in the defensive zone looking to break their way out. Castile's going to take the puck. He's going to carry it right up center ice. Passing across to Weaver, picking this one up on his backhand, getting a shot off and a blocker save. Waukesha out of the zone. Making a pass across. Weber with a good defensive play there coming back. They take the shot. Prokop dropped it, but it comes out to the point. Another shot tipped.
Oh, that was a
great
good tip.
there. Wow. Prokop had to be quick on that one, found it into his glove and puts it off into the corner. Waukesha now with the pressure. Another shot back on net.
Oh, wow.
Behind all the way to Bevan. Waukesha still has it. Bevan tipping it back into the corner. Centering another tip. It looks like they might have been working on those tips the same as our players have here for the last couple of weeks. They are unsuccessful in doing so, though, and here we go back into the Waukesha zone as the Warriors are all changing up. Oh, Haviland just about picked that one off the blue line. Bodine has it in the corner. Bodine fighting his way around the corner. Centering pass goes through the sticks of everybody and out to the blue line where Lauber steps in off the backhand. Castillo now chasing this one down. Castillo with it. Loses it behind the net. Bodine finds it. And then back off the blade of Castillo's. Waukesha's trying to get it out of their own zone. Down the boards, tipped there by Manick at center. They're waving off icing.
My bad.
Over to Lauber. Lauber can't get it out. Waukesha taking some time there and then firing that one a little bit high off the backboards and out to the point. Haviland through the skates of Bodine and right onto the blade of the Waukesha player who tips it into the zone for Lauber to try and hammer out. Foster spinning with it. Picked back up to Waukesha. Manick over to the side to Foster. Backhands that one out. Bodine looking to wheel his way up there. Not going to beat the defender back to the puck. Linear boards back out to the point. Manick into Haviland looking to backhand it in. Gets it behind the net. Foster centers and it goes through all the way back out to Manick. Cole with the shot. That one sees its way all the way through the crease around the far corner. Kolcheski stepping into the play and then gets back before they even get out of the zone. Foster in the corner.
Forgot something.
Left the puck behind. Waukesha picks it up, sending their team going the other direction. 5:15 left to go here. Still 0-0 in the first. Another icing waved off as Bevan collects him behind her own net. Tip right there to Foster, who's going to skate his way through, jumping over, skating across the blue line. Devin Foster still stick handling. One too many times, and now Bevan's racing back in as Waukesha dumped it back. Kolcheski helping out Bevan. Up off the boards and out of the zone. Getting back there is Waukesha to pick it up at their own blue line. A long time without a whistle here as the teams continue to battle back and forth. Right now they're at center ice. Waukesha coming in, taking that shot. Another one weak and wide. Castillo coming up Main Street, continuing to skate this one up. Castillo making the pass across to Weber. No, they do go offside though as he dangles that one to the blue line and Stewart steps in ahead. We've got a frog here.
We do. We've got a frog
Check
sighting.
out the frog here. One hockey frog being broadcast.
It's got some
across.
horns, a
bullfrog.
green.
Bullfrog. That must mean what it means. It's a bullfrog with the horns. Right?
Okay.
Yeah.
Bullfrog.
I'm figuring things out.
Shout out. The one hockey bullfrog. Okay.
Manick tips that one over to the deep partner. Lauber skating against the boards to get it. Backhands it up off the boards in front of the bench and over to Waukesha in front of their blue line. Manick, under the stick of Weber and out of the zone. I think the kids are just about as excited as the fans are here right now, the way this furious action is going on. Saw a couple of them playing tic-tac-toe just inside the blue line over here as the rest were trying to figure out what was going on.
who won? Did they finish the game up?
Which one's
The
that?
tic-tac-toe game.
Oh, the tic-tac-toe game.
Yeah.
No, they had to get changed. They're going to come back. It's still drawn out on the ice over here. They'll be back. Only had time to take a couple of turns each. Circling behind the net. Foster trying to center that one under Fredette.
Oh, that could have been oh, okay.
Foster in front of the net, gets a shot off on the bottom side of the glove. Around the boards, back to Fredette, holding it in on the half boards. He's going to tip that one in. Can't get through two players. Finally does. Haviland's looking for Foster. It's tipped out of the zone. Manick back for it. Manick up against the boards, dumping it in. Foster chasing it down to the corner with Fredette towards the net. A good tip there by Fredette. That one goes through the crease and wide. Another look for it in front. Waukesha spins it around, comes out of the zone. Manick meets him at the red line. They have a little discussion and decide that Waukesha is going to continue on with it. Foster is going to take a penalty for that as he comes back and decides to cross-check or interfere
I just don't
or
understand
hit.
that. There's no need for that. I don't really get that penalty. I'm sorry.
Is he that tired? He needs that extra minute and a half in the box? I'm not sure.
Maybe.
But there is still some pride on the line here to win this game.
Yeah, I mean, you don't want to go all the way up to Minnesota and get fifth place out of a division where you really should be first. But
The first place team, like I mentioned yesterday, I don't know if I said it on the broadcast or if I said it to somebody after.
it's our
but
only win.
the only win was against the team that got the bye into the finals. Haviland working his way down the boards here shorthanded with some offensive pressure. He skates behind the net with a couple of players. And he gets hit up against the boards with a cross-check, but he's still pushing his way through there. Doing a good job killing some precious seconds off this clock and this penalty.
Good.
Back out centering pass, picked up by Waukesha, skating their way out of the zone. Waukesha working their way up on the power play now, taking it to the left wing, being forced wide by Bevan. Fighting for it, and then hit again. Shot from the point, right in on Prokop. Stops that one down. Kolcheski around the far side. Fredette after it, dump back in. Up off the glass, can't clear. All the way around again. Trying to get this one out. 26. Oh, and penalty here. That's going against Waukesha for a trip as they know it, and they head straight over to the box. Gonna wipe away that 5-on-4 advantage. And in 24 seconds, it's going to give it right back to the Warriors. They'll be up 5 skaters to 4. Minute 33 left to go, first period clock. 1 minute and 30 on the guest penalty and 11 minutes and 24 seconds on that home one again.
The enthusiasm is just radiating from these players.
Bodine doesn't come out, but touches up on the puck. With some room to skate, Foster, Bodine, Bevan, and Kolcheski out there 4-on-4. Did I say Foster? Staring at Weber and I said Foster? I don't even know what I just said 30 seconds ago. My brain is right in this one too.
Yeah.
Bevan flipping that out, intercepted and brought back in offside. Looking to send Bodine off to the races. But anticipated there by the Waukesha defender. Barrett's going to line up to take this one. 10 seconds left in this 4-on-4 before they get the power play. One back by Waukesha. Or maybe that was 1 second. See, I can't read zeros or ones. But we are now 5-on-4 for the next minute. As Kolcheski finds the puck in behind his own net.
Wow.
Spinning, getting it back. Out to the blue line, clearing the zone. Waukesha dumps that in. That should be an intentional offside, if you ask me. He was staring at the player.
That player Lockett.
Warriors are calling for it to be sent all the way down. The refs discuss and decide, no, we'd rather get this angle of the camera as I bend down to drop the puck. Check out how my butt looks in these pants. Kolcheski. Well, I'm running out of stuff to talk about.
Yeah.
Oh, here comes Foster through center ice. One guy to beat. He forcing himself wide into the corner now after it was knocked away.
Oh.
Under Bodine's stick.
Oh.
Lauber's trying to race in. He comes in offside. But good effort and good thoughts there. As they still got 27 seconds left to go with this man advantage. Manick working his way in. Dumps it in deep. Fredette chasing. Player falls down. Castillo trying to tip it through. Gets it over to Stewart. Now he's going to be the first one on it in the corner. Stewart looking to make the pass back to Manick. It gets intercepted, but Fredette finds it. Now Manick does get it. Goes across. Lauber with the blistering shot wide and off the backboards as the buzzer sounds, signaling the end of the first frame. And what I'm guessing is going to be an ice clean here because they did it. Or no, that's 2 periods. I don't know how this is working. Nope, we're no ice clean here, I guess.
No ice clean.
Maybe they'll do it after the next one, or they're just saying, hey, these guys got flights to catch.
Flights to catch. We want to make it over to Clive's Roadhouse where they still have that morning happy hour going on.
Oh, no, ref is now talking to the Zamboner driver.
Saying...
And talking, what's the deal here? What are we going to be doing? Oh, if you could only read lips right now, what are they talking about?
Banging on that roll-up door, said this ice looks like if we just had a public skate on it.
It is pretty chewed up. Those Bantams just finished out here in the championship game before us.
Oh, they did.
So they skated a period on it before we got on it. Buzzer sounds, ref steps off the ice. Oh, he's looking for an official ruling on the tic-tac-toe game. That's what's delaying us here.
He's trying to call a winner, but I think there's so much snow on the rink that he can't quite see that tic-tac-toe grid.
They decide, they still don't know what they're doing. It's par for the course right now. I don't know what I'm doing. I don't know if the kids know what they're doing. I think the coaches just made an executive decision and said, drop this puck.
Let's just get it going, I guess. Okay, the rest were kind of hoping to head back to the warming hut, maybe have a nip off that flask that they brought
Butter
in.
Ripple Schnapps, actually. I was down there with them earlier. It was pretty tasty.
Seems to be some confusion, kids skating around in circles.
Can we make the executive decision?
Yeah.
Are we important enough to just say drop the puck and let's get to going?
We have lost any new content. We're recycling our old material. We should use that material we had from that first game when we didn't turn the recording on.
We could have just replayed last night's game and nobody would have known the difference.
That's a good point. We should have just pressed play. The equivalent of kind of lip syncing, I think. Looks like we're starting up here.
We are. Second period action. Tipped up off and forward. Lauber gets it in across the blue line. Right back out. Manick trying to hold it in. Now Fredette on the back check as Waukesha forces that one in to be picked back up by Lauber behind Prokop's net. Not all the way out of the zone. Manick back into his own end. Pushed up against the boards lightly. Castillo can't get it. Now Manick's pinned up against there, trying to get this one out. They're letting them battle back and forth. More players come into the mix. And it finally makes its way across the blue line as Fredette now with Stewart and Castillo. Fredette's going to take this one all the way in. Oh, and a whistle's blown back here behind the play. Oh, and Manick's going to go to the box behind the play. A couple of players tangled up, and he's going to get a cross check for
didn't see what
battling
happened
back
there.
in the defensive zone. I was paying attention to that Fredette rush. Seeing shades of back at Shattuck St. Mary where he came up with 4 big goals in that game that, nobody got to watch because we didn't broadcast.
Yeah, that's actually the one game we should have broadcast after
that was the
all
best
the rest
game
of these
game of the week for sure. 8-7 victory.
Calling back over. Clock still says 14 minutes.
The clock hasn't even 14-minute clock. No penalty.
Just take a couple of minutes off just
We have started the second period,
guess.
right?
I think so. I'm a little confused as to what's going on. But
It's all blending together right now. I don't even know what has happened.
I can't offer anything
Third
else.
period action now coming at you with 13:23 on the clock. A little bit of a time warp. We'll rewind that one now. We're back into the second period. 13 minutes and 23 seconds on the clock. They've got it all figured out, and your Warriors are going to be killing off a penalty.
Maybe they can get a shorthanded tally here, Harry.
Shorthanded tally would be great. Foster and Haviland are out there on forward. Kolcheski and Bevan on D. Foster intercepting the pass. Tries to feed that one across. Haviland and Foster battling for it through their skates. Picked back up by Waukesha and turned into the O-zone.
Oh.
Shot and a tip into the corner. Around the boards it goes. Haviland's going to be there to pick it up. Dumps it up off the boards, but not out of the zone. Kicked back in there by Waukesha. Bevan puts it to the backhand, going around the far side. Up to Foster, does a little bit of a juke and a dangle.
Fancy new skates.
Bevan up to Haviland. Here's your short-handed opportunity. Haviland works in towards the net. Gets a shot off and then knocked down into the corner. Coming back the other way. They whip off for a change. Forcing 1-on-2 here, but still controlling the puck is Waukesha in the offensive zone. Haviland comes back, steals that one from him. Goes around but can't go through. Goes down trying to knock this one out. Still swinging from his knees. Is probably his mother in the crowd yelling at him to get up.
Yeah, you can hear. Oh.
Picked up there by Foster. No. Drop back to Bevan. Just trying to get this one out. Flipped up. Bodine stepping out ahead, making the move. Bodine with the shot. Oh, into the pad save. Haviland looking for the rebound. Bangs that one through in behind Bodine. Back over to Haviland. Penalty successfully killed off. Manic with the centering attack as he was going down. Oh, that was Labra, sorry. Back to Manic there. Labra picking it up. Goes down against the boards. Weber dancing at the blue line into the corner. Weber still strong on this one. Drops it back off for Bodine coming around. I didn't know if he was going to try Michigan there or not, but he fed it out to Fredette, who loses it before he can get the shot off. Broken up there by Lauber, picked right up by Waukesha, who shoots one wide. Back out to center ice, 10:46 left to go, still 0-0. Unsurprisingly, with all the goals they've been scoring this weekend.
Yeah.
They got it all out of their system at Shattuck St. Mary with those 8. We haven't scored a total of 8
Yeah,
since
they got tired of scoring goals. Now they're just like playing keep away. Well, not really. They just
it's not always
don't
keep
like
away
scoring
either.
goals.
Lauber back to Weber. Gets it across the blue line and quickly turned the other way.
Uh-oh.
Lauber is going to be the first one to that race. Out of the zone, looking for Bodine. Trying to steal that one back is Fredette. He does pick it up. He's at center ice. Stick handles his way through. Fredette trying to work his way in. Going against 1-on-5 here. Takes a shot. Oh, a little bit of a ding up the top corner post. Fredette pushed up against the boards. Bodine in there fighting. Back out to the point. Manic tipping it in. Coming in to try and get that one was Lauber. He got enough of it to slow the play down as he gets right back into it. Waukesha at the Warriors' blue line, holding it in. And Lauber back into the corner.
Whoa.
Jacob Lauber out to Fredette, looking to tip this one to Castillo, does just so, and Castillo turns on the Jets. Has Foster with them, gets it over to him.
Oh my goodness.
And WB, no weak backhands, folks, because that's what happens. Foster trying to get in there, going back for it is Weber. Stewart. Oh, that wasn't Foster, that was Weaver, sorry.
Oh boy.
And now we're gonna see Weaver going off for interference there.
Oh.
And back to killing off
Okay.
a penalty we go.
Well, maybe we'll get that shorthanded goal.
Maybe he heard me and he didn't like my weak backhand comment. I take it back, I apologize. You didn't have to go take a penalty for it.
And I think the Warriors are happy here, starting another scoreless period streak. We got one under the belt now.
Did we score in the third last night?
I can't answer that one.
Neither can I. Like I said, it's all blending together. There's
Yeah.
so many scoreless periods. Looking for that short-handed Eddie Bevan skating down the left wing. Backhanding that one towards the front. Castillo's now putting on the pressure. Stewart's right there with him, holding in the blue line short-handed. Kolcheski getting a shot off, losing front. Castillo can't get it. Stewart didn't get the shot off. Now Waukesha's going the other way, and they've got to find a way to back check here. Drop pass comes in. Simon finds the puck, covers it up with that big mitt and holds on for a whistle. 8:27 left to go here in the second period. And guess what? It's still 0-0.
Yeah.
No way! That hypocrite smokes two packs a day. Beastie's pumping on the tunes here. Even Beastie Boys can't get this crowd going.
It's back to that book volume, library volume.
36 seconds left to kill off this penalty. It's in behind the net. Bevan's going to chase Waukesha behind. Waukesha circling.
Oh.
In front, Kolcheski. Rebound
Oh.
shot comes on. A bouncing puck is covered up one more time there by Prokop. He's going to turn to his right to see this puck drop in the offensive zone. They still got another 24 seconds to kill off. The offensive zone, the defensive zone, deep offensive zone for Waukesha. I'm confusing myself.
Yeah, it's understandable. It's the enthusiasm is just radiating all the way up here into this top deck here in the stands.
I mean, I kind of have the same attitude I did last night, where I was just out of breath and out of words and out of thoughts.
Ooh!
Oh,
Takes one off the cage.
not out of saves as Prokop though, keeping that puck
Decides
out
to
of the
make
net.
the save with his face on that one.
Avalon pressuring in here. Coming in as Foster behind the play. Bevan out at the blue line. Foster to the other side. Back to 5-on-5 for that, stepping in to join the play. They swing and send that one down. Kolcheski picking it up just inside his own blue line. Tipped up to Fredette. Back over to Foster at center. Dangles that one through the skates.
Ay, ay, ay.
And it gets spun around offside is the call. I mean, I'm saying short bench, but we play a lot of teams that only carries that many players on their.
Yeah.
We're very fortunate to have 15 skaters and 2 goalies on this team. Battling for it and knocked down. It's still underneath a Waukesha player. Fredette digs it out. Comes across the blue line with it. Fredette working his way into the corner. Has a couple players in front. Looking to feed it. Foster back over to Bodine. Foster. Oh. Fredette says, hey, let's do that again, guys. Puts it in front. And Foster tips it. And a goalie covers up.
Looks like a yoga convention here starting up.
Is that a hockey team warming? They've got
Yeah,
all their
they
own
brought-
yoga
They all
mats?
brought their own yoga mats. This is something I've never seen before.
Team looking ready to get
Yeah.
warmed up, but
Get into some downward dog before they start their game.
oh, tip just wide there as Lauber fires one in from the blue line.
Oh,
Rain gets
just
knocked
goes down
but
again.
Does the play well as he gets it over to Foster, who's spinning behind the net. Out to the top of the circle. Manick trying to work his way down. Stick lifted there by Foster. Devin controlling in the corner. To Castillo. Can't power his way through. Gets tipped out to Waukesha, who drives that one down the ice, relieving the pressure. 6:19 left to go. And drum roll, please. We're still at 0-0 here in the second period. That's all right. I didn't want to play in the championship game anyways. My voice couldn't handle it.
Yeah.
I talk like I'm out there on the ice. We, all of us, we know these kids work hard for it. There was some big disappointment yesterday. We know they just got to keep working harder. They're digging for it. The coaching staff is chatting with them. They know what they got to do and what they're capable of getting back to. Steele pushing this one back to Lauber, who's trying to feed it up the boards to Stewart, who was coming in. Waukesha gets it across the offensive blue line. And then it comes out. Here comes Castillo. He's got a chance to get around this player. That's interference, and the ref's hand goes up because he agrees with me.
That's going to be 2 penalties, I think. I think that's 2 penalties.
Is that? Oh, they both calling the same one.
They definitely could have called interference. I agree with you there, Harry.
Okay, he's going in the box. It's a power play. Number 1 power play unit out there for the Warriors. Not sure who it's going to be yet. It looks like Castillo, Weber, and Stewart.
They're starting a new power play streak. It's 0 for 3.
Lover and Manic get the call on D. Waukesha decides which player they want to send back over to the bench because they've got to play with 4 for a while. Hopefully less than 1 minute and 30 seconds, though. Lauber keeps that one in. Stewart's still tied up with his face-off mate, and then kicked all the way down into the Warriors zone by Waukesha. Backhanded up. Stewart can't get through. Crosses the Warriors blue line again, and Waukesha still on the other side of it, so they're going to whistle that down as an offside. This ice is getting pretty choppy and sloppy, but we'll see what they do here in 5 minutes and 25 seconds, if they're going to clean it or not.
I might slide over there and try and get in on some of that yoga in between periods. Maybe I can lead them through some vinyasas.
Yeah? I can't even touch my toes. Maybe I should start yoga too. Stewart behind the net. Oh, I thought he was going to try the Michigan there too. Castillo now picks it up. Getting set up on the power play. Back out to Lauber at the point. Fires one in off the pad. Weber looking for a rebound. The goalie didn't give him one, but he took a swipe at it just in case. Offensive zone draw with 51 seconds left to go here on the power play. 5:01 on the clock for the second period. Oh, and Castillo at the dot, winning that one over to Stewart, who was battling with his opponent. Waukesha tips this one out of the reach of Bevan. They wave that off, though, like she wasn't even reaching for it. That should have been an icing in my call. But again, they don't give me a zebra uniform for a reason. Off the boards and not out. Waukesha keeping it in. Sorry. Kolcheski over to Bevan. Waukesha keeping it in again. This power play is not ticking the way they'd like it to. Behind the net, Bevan, Castillo both going for it. And Waukesha comes away with it. Centering pass under Stewart's stick. He wants this one out of the zone. They managed to get it out and ice it to ice the power play as well.
Wow.
Spent a lot more time on defense than offense for the last minute and a half there, but player will come out of the box in 1 second, and we'll be back to 5-on-5 hockey action. Foster finally wins that one through the ref skates. Kolcheski up to Haviland. Can he get away? Nope, he can't. He was trying to go around. Player swung a stick at him. He steals it right back, and he's going to give himself another opportunity. Haviland breaking in across the blue line, going around the ref. Takes the sharp-angled shot off the goalie's side. Foster digging for a rebound. It comes out to Waukesha, and they skate the other way, 1-on-2, coming in against Bevan and Kolcheski. Drop pass to the point, working their way in. Kolcheski hard off the boards to the far side. Bevan has Haviland up the board. She's going to backhand it to him, who tips it up to Foster. He's got Fredette on the far side with them. Foster's going to carry this puck in. Foster shoots, pad save.
I'm not
Too
sure
slow
about
on
that
that
one.
rebound, but Kolcheski in deep with the shot off the top of the goaltender's glove. Back Foster to the point. Fredette feeding back to Foster in the corner. Can't skate his way out. Fredette has it. Tipped back out to Bevan. Fires one and another iron shot there off the post and into the corner. Tipped out of the zone. Kolcheski coming back to get it. This is gonna. How is that not icing?
Yeah, I don't know. But
Is that Bloody Mary bar still down in the refs room or what? They want to get back to it. Stopped at center ice. Then Kolcheski's reminded that he should go back and get that puck. He's too late to the party. And Waukesha takes a shot. It's deflected back out to the point. Backhanded in front. That's a high stick. Foster's a little ball of fire out there
yeah,
today.
he is. Those new skates.
Taking this one down. Why are we bringing it down here?
Oh, a high stick.
Oh, it was a high stick. Okay. I thought that the goalie covered it up before that, but I don't know how those rules work. One more time, for those of you just tuning in, I'm not a referee. Lauber taking a swipe at it. Waukesha goes in wide. Oh, that's a weak call there, but Cole Manick's going to see the gate for 1.5 minutes for tripping. Slashing, tripping, they both called different penalties. See how this sorts itself out. One called a slash, one called a trip, but there's only one player going to the gate, and that's going to be Manick sitting for 1 minute and 30 seconds. If you're just joining us, it is second period here in the battle for 4th and 5th place. All of you guys just waking up in Australia or Japan or Antarctica, I don't know what time zone we're in right now, Central Standard. We're not even on Denver time. Still fighting off the jet lag. It's 0-0. It is Arapahoe against Waukesha, the same team that we beat 3-0 last night. Waukesha, I was outside.
yeah.
The ref does see that.
Even we saw that one up here, Harry.
Yeah. And our eyesight's not that great.
Well, 157, looking to continue that scoreless streak.
Getting that one out, shorthanded they still are. Castillo chasing it into the offensive zone, being a pest enough to this player. He's trying to take that one away with some offensive pressure, shorthanded. Still in there, Owen Castillo spinning back around, and then out of the zone comes Waukesha. Walking across the line, centers through the crease. And the battle, and then Waukesha coming out with it. Ooh,
Oh boy.
good blade there. Kolcheski trying to get the block, but the shot gets through. Simon Prokop hanging on to that one.
Speaking of scoreless streak, the Warriors have a 4-period shutout streak going themselves, where they've held this team without a goal for almost five periods.
That's, you know what, that's a better stat. Finally, something positive coming out of your mouth, my mouth.
I can add positive stuff too, Harry.
We've been up here being negative. I called you negative yesterday.
Yeah,
You
negative,
got
and
mad
I just
at
said
me.
I'm just being honest.
Can't clear it out here. Back in Lauber with his backhand, trying to work his way out. 10 seconds left to kill as they clear the zone. Waukesha back at center ice. Heading north with the puck. They make the pass across to the west side. And out of reach. And Kolcheski now got a stick on it, but then out to the point and not clear. Haviland backhands it to the point. Not clear again. Waukesha taking it back. Bodine has it in front. Bodine trying to feed it through to Haviland. Can he make it? Stewart picks it up. Finn Stewart working his way in. Still behind the net. Back over to Bodine. There, Bodine fight behind the net. He's tripped up and he draws another penalty. Hard work paying off. Waukesha going to the box, and we're going to have a power play here for the next 14.4 seconds of the second period, and hopefully not into the third. Because I'd like to see that streak broken here.
Two for 39 on the power play. Let's try and get that, maybe a 3 for 30? 3 for 40, excuse me. 3 for 40.
3 for 30, isn't that like a HBO or ESPN thing? Or that's 30 for 30?
Yeah.
Yeah, 30 for 30 would be a lot better record than 3 for 30.
Sure would be.
Steele wins it back to Haviland, trying to get that across to Bodine. It gets blocked down by a stick. Bodine in front, back to Castile. Oh, just a boat. They had the net. They couldn't find the puck. Babin gets hammered down, and they're going to call another penalty.
And it looks like they're bringing the Zam out, Harry. We could have a fresh sheet for this 5-on-3 to start the third period.
The players are going to the locker room.
We think.
Are they? The Zam is.
Doors open.
This has been 3 periods of ice, including a bantam game before it. So
looks like they're going to clean the ice up.
They are going to clean this ice up. It's not even going to play music for us through this period.
We're going to have to talk.
No, or we could just, all I did yesterday was shut it down.
Oh yeah, we could just shut it down. Why don't we just shut it down?
All right, we will see everybody back here once the Zam has done its job. All right.
All right.
We're back. Apparently there's still another period of hockey to play. We got a fresh sheet though.
Fresh sheet.
5-on-3 to start.
I'm feeling good things, Harry.
And we got word from the coaches that they didn't even say anything. All they did was let the kids play Blades of Steel on the Nintendo Entertainment System in the locker room to get them fired up for this third and
third and final period. They will let the game end in a tie. I do know that.
They will?
Yeah. Yep. If we tie for fourth place.
The ref might have swallowed his whistle down there. He's blowing it.
He's kind of like, come on, let's get this over with. I got to get out of here.
Let's go.
I got some football games to watch. I want to kind of get back home. There's a big pot of chili waiting for me back home.
They would tie for fourth, not tie for fifth, right?
We'll say a tie for fourth. Yeah. Really hoping to get that either a tie for fourth or maybe solo fourth would be just a
solo fourth would be a little bit better
accomplishment. You think about that. Okay, here we go.
It's some positivity. 5-on-3, third period action underway. We're still here, Harry Haviland, Brian Bodine on the OTT Sports Network, alongside your Arapahoe A Navy.
By my math, there's going to be two guys open.
They're looking around here, back out to Lauber. Into Weber, can't control it in the corner. Castillo picks it up. Oh, that's Fredette, sorry. Other big body. Out to Lauber. Some time, feeding it all the way across to Bevan. Backhanding it into the corner to Foster. They're setting this one up. Bevan with it. Drop again for Foster, skating the line. I haven't seen this many passes all weekend.
They've quintupled the total number of passes.
Finally get a shot off.
1 minute burst.
A low one in a pad save, held in there by Lauber. Still 24 seconds to go in this 5-on-3.
Another
Bevan
pass.
has it. Backhand it back over to Foster. They're setting themselves up, looking what to do with this. But the key is to probably take shot a couple of times. The passing looks great. Across. Oh, under Bevan's stick. Foster's going to hold this one in at the blue line. Foster over to Lauber in the slot. Back over to Fredette. The player steps out of the box. 5-on-4 now.
Oh.
For the next 9 seconds, and they looked really good in their passing.
We should start.
Unfortunately, they didn't pass it into the back of the net.
The net was waiting for a pass.
Here comes Foster with Fredette. They're coming in 2-on-2 as the player steps off the bench. 5-on-5 hockey with a shot into the belly of the goalie.
Okay.
So the Blades of Steel didn't work.
No. The 5-on-3, what we did do is quintuple the number of passes for the entire tournament, just in that 1 minute and 30-second 5-on-3. So if we're working on that passing stat, we need a 5-on-3. That's what it takes.
It did look good. They were getting set up, just couldn't find the right angle to get a shot off. Castillo banging into the corner with it now, though. Bodine in there with him. Castillo coming out, still has it. Couldn't stick handle his way through. Bodine breaking that play up. Eric Bodine circling at the blue line, losing it, and Haviland keeps it in. Haviland trying to put it across.
Goodness.
Castillo reaching his stick up there, trying to tap that
like
one down.
Like a pinata.
Fortunately, he missed. Over to Manick. Into the corner. Haviland centers. Bodine with it, and the shot. Digging for the rebound. Castillo with another one underneath the tennis pad.
They were trying to pass it into the back of the net, Harry.
And they could not solve the puzzle. I will take what do we have to do to get a goal for 200, please, Brian?
A 5-on-2? Maybe if they had a 5-on-2.
Maybe that. And they pulled their goalie.
Yeah, if they pulled their goalie.
Maybe we could get
a
one.
6, we pulled our goalie too. A 6-on.
Racing back there, it's not going to be an icing. Haviland missing the pass over to Manick at the blue line. Now Manick's forced back into his own zone. Good steal off of Golcheski.
Trying to score on ourselves. At least if we scored on ourselves, it's a goal.
They figure we can't score on that other goalie. We'll see if Simon's paying attention. Out to the point. Golcheski with the shot. Blocker save. Hammered up the boards, held in by Manick. I was wrong. One went through, and now Waukesha coming in. Takes a shot. Broke up, gets a piece of that one. It goes off his shoulder and up over the net. Kolcheski can't skate his way through. Back over to Manic. Up off the boards. Haviland racing up for it. He's got Castillo with him.
Ooh!
He can't make the pass. Gets it through eventually. And Waukesha behind the net. Stepping around Haviland, but Manic's going to work his way in from the blue line to keep that one in. He gets bumped to the boards for his efforts. It comes high off the glass to Castillo. He's at the blue line and shoots that one in. 6.5 feet to the left of the net. Bodine trying to feed that back to
questionable play
Bevan.
there. Says, I want to see a goal. I'm going to pass it to the other team.
Now Castillo coming back. Castillo's going to get a penalty for that as he takes a player down on the back check. Coming back hard on that play, but an obvious minute and a half.
Well, we've had some successful rushes on the PK, Harry. Maybe that'll happen now.
Let's go for it. Why not make it a shorty? Let's make it fun and interesting for the fans across the globe. Stewart and Bevan fighting for it, shorthanded in their own end. 10:04 left to go here in this third period and in the tournament. Out to center ice coming through. Eli Burdett working his way in, shorthanded. Burdett with the shot.
Oh my goodness!
He just misses the net.
Oh my goodness!
Great effort though, some strength and power to get down there. Back to Bevan, who passes that across to Lauber, who is doing his best impression of somebody on their butt spinning across the ice. Burdett behind his net now, stick handling around the offensive attacker. To Stewart. Stewart coming up 1-on-4. Coming through, gets angled off almost into that stanchion. Like, who was that? Pacioretty that Chara hit in there? Waukesha, 1-on-1. Bevan blocks that shot, comes right back over. And they dance around Prokop for a power play goal to Waukesha.
He is trying to hype the crowd up. There, he's hyping the crowd up. Oh my goodness, I'll get that out there.
Banging against the glass.
Pointing to the fans, saying that one was for you.
It took them 5 periods plus 3-4 minutes and 50
I think he's going to go track
seconds.
down that puck, have it signed, throw that to the fans. Breaks the stalemate at 0-0.
Kolcheski, you know what I would like for that goal to do? Wake this Warriors team up.
It could do. Foster says, I'm trying to tie it. 1-on-4 again.
1-on-4. Losing that puck to Waukesha on the far side. Kept in there, though, turned around.
That's a peculiar cover when you got a,
Oh, Foster was coming in there. I didn't see him behind the other player at first either.
That gray jersey kind of,
It's a camo gray.
Camoed in with that, with those black jerseys and even that white ice.
Foster, Weber, Haviland now. Manic and Kolcheski. Out to the blue line, and that one comes bouncing off a player. Manic against the boards. Kolcheski backing in his own end for it. Firing that one up off the boards to Haviland. He still has it. He passes that straight over to Waukesha, who can't get the shot off. They finally float a weak backhand in behind the net. Being pestered by Manic and then out to the point. Tipped up by Weber, who can't find his way out. Foster does though. Foster, Weber, and Haviland 3-on-1 coming at you here. Foster across, intercepted, backhanded by Haviland towards the net. They can't get a good shot off there. Manic holds it just inside the blue line. Flips that one in high. Swing at that bouncing puck. Haviland, strike 2. Kolcheski shoots that one. Kai Haviland in behind the net. Back over to Weber. Luke trying to see what he can do to get this puck back to the net. He gets it out to the point. Manic dumps it back in, but it's intercepted by Waukesha. And they're coming in 1-on-1 against Kolcheski. They make a pass across to the trailer. And, player got stepped on a stick there, got tripped up. They got a 3-on-2 opportunity now. Foster up to Haviland. He's got one guy to go around. Haviland takes a shot, deflected. And now he's going to lay on the ice and kick his feet.
Okay. That's like a temper tantrum, kicking his feet, laying down?
Kind of seemed like that. He's having a little bit of an emotional breakdown out there. Castillo, Fredette, and Bodine step out. Lauber and Bevan on D.
Oh! Oh, says, I want that pad. I want to make a dent in that pad.
And he does just that. Turned around by Waukesha. Castillo with a good back check on that play, breaking it up. They're holding it at the outside of the blue line. Lauber skates across, gets there. They can't get it inside the offensive zone. And
Oh, okay.
that was an icing?
That was a nice, Harry.
What happened to the rest of this period? We only got 7 minutes and 2 seconds left to go. And we carry the 7 minus 4. We still haven't scored.
It's a nail biter. It is an absolute nail biter. Oh,
Robert gets a great pass there to Bodine.
Oh.
He can't backhand center that over to Castillo. Picked up by Waukesha and out of the zone. Lauber seeing if he can do something with it here. Kicks it back to himself. Now he reverses again as he's being pressured and has no help. Hey, but he does get hit.
draws a
All that good
penalty.
work pays off and they got a
It
power play.
does, yeah. Looking to do something about this 2 for 40. You can hear the fans encouraging the Warriors to score a goal.
These fans are starting to get crazy. You heard a Go
You can
Warriors.
hear
I mean,
the
you never know
buzz.
what they might break
You
out
can
in
hear
some
the
kind of dance party
Yeah.
next. Anything can happen up here. Go Warriors, go! Absolutely, come on, power play opportunity here. They need to make something happen.
It
And
is
I don't
so
even want to talk
quiet.
so loud because I feel like I'm interrupting everybody's naps up here.
I'm the same way. You expect a librarian to come and say, keep it down.
Taking the time to get set up,
It's a
dropped
pass?
over there. Weber to Castillo, out to
Oh,
the point to
into the
Lauber, off of
skate.
his skate and out of the zone. That one gets dumped down deep. Prokop's going to tap it back over to Bevan. And then Lauber tips it up to Weber. A little bit out of his reach, comes off the shaft of his stick, and he's still got an opportunity to drop it to Castillo, who gains the blue line. Oh, and Castillo working through the corner. All the way out to Bevan on the far side. She turns, takes a shot, tipped in front.
Oh.
Castillo had a good shot opportunity, and they got a stick in front of it.
That's some good movement
Weber
here.
working through
Yes.
into the slot. Weber with the shot, and a
Oh.
blocker saved by the Waukesha goalie. Around the far side, Bevan races over for it, but couldn't get the stick down in time. It jumps out across the blue line. And now Lauber's back in his own zone with 28 seconds left to go in this power play opportunity. Time for a good rush here as he taps it out of the zone into center ice, and they figure out once they get onside, they're gonna give it back to Waukesha, who dumps it in shorthanded. Lauber with it. On the forecheck, Waukesha coming out of their corner with it shorthanded. They can't find a way to control this puck and get it out. Lauber stops up. Finally passes that one up. Castillo at center, tips it ahead. Weber staying on side. Castillo in the corner, skating through the players and puts a shot on goaltender to hang on for it. Fredette calling for that one in front of the net. Couldn't get it through to him, and they successfully kill that penalty off. Waukesha team, I mean. We're down to under 5 minutes of play in this tournament. I got a feeling.
You got a feeling, Harry.
I got a
Okay.
feeling. Tonight is going to be a good night.
Whoa.
Manic. He goes down after taking that shot, but he gets back, breaking that one up. And ooh, they stay on side there according to the ref. I saw him get ahead of the play. Off the boards, trying to get this one out. They do. Foster's chasing it down. Stewart sword fighting with the player on the way down, put some pressure on the Waukesha defense. They can't clear it out of the zone, and Foster's into the corner for it.
Oh.
Foster picking up their weak pass mistake. Haviland with a tip in front as he goes down. Couldn't get a good power on that one. Back to the point to Manick, kicking it into the corner. Stewart and Foster both in there. Give it back to Cole at the point. Manick takes a shot. Ooh! They jump in front of that, blocking it, and that's a definite icing.
3:48 to go, Harry. I gotta feel like the Warriors want to end this scoreless drought.
We have got to get a goal. That's a lot of periods of hockey to play with no goals with a very talented team. All of these players are unbelievable, and they work as a team when they want to play as a team. Like I talked too much about it yesterday, but I'm still in my head. We know the capabilities of this squad. They're just in that little bit of a slump right now as Foster shoots one more onto the goaltender who hangs on. Foster, Stewart, Haviland, Manick, and Kolchevsky. One back out to Manick, who mishandled that one at the blue line, and now Kolchevsky's racing back at a 2-on-1. They make the pass across. Manick, great effort getting back into that play, breaking it up. Tipped in. Backhanded up, not out. Tipped in front, off of Manick's stick. Prokop finds it quickly, off to the side. Pass up to Foster and out of the zone. Stopped there by Stewart as him and Haviland collide, looking for the loose puck. Swung there by Manick. And up. Haviland trying to get it through up the boards. Waukesha turning, kicking that one back up there, battling right in front of the penalty box.
They're fine, just tying that up. There's 80 guys there in that scrum. That looks like a rugby scrum there.
Oh, that wasn't a football game we were watching. Oh. Down and all the way, another icing call. But
2 minutes and 36 seconds.
I'm not a math guy, like I always say, but that's not a lot of time.
Well, they need to get 2 goals unless they want to get that coveted tie for 4th place.
Frustrations are showing here, but find that, dig deep. Find that way down to the bottom of your gut here for the last 2 minutes and go out there and play like we know you can.
Oh!
Bodine missing that one, gets it back over to Bevan, who dumps it in deep. Fredette behind the net. Waukesha turns it into the corner. Weber goes after it, stepping in from the blue line is Lauber. And it comes out. Bevan turns it center ice in a foot race for it. She's going to get there first. Behind her net.
Oh boy.
Centering pass.
Bodine goes down again. Number 90.
Bumped out of the way. But Bevan, feeds that one through to Weber. Luke Weber coming across center ice.
Oh!
Backhanded out. Lauber steps in from the blue line. Gets a shot off, gets knocked down, and it turns into a 3-on-1 the opposite direction. Turning into a 2-on-1. Turning into a great defensive play by Annie Bevan to break that play up. Tipped over to the side. Waukesha, Fredette chasing him down. I have 0 energy level left right now. It seems like I am on the same boat as a lot of people in this building right now, but there's still a minute left. They can't even clear it out of their zone. Waukesha gets another shot off. That one goes through Prokop's crease. And Fredette fights for it against the far side. Waukesha keeping this one in, hammering it hard around the boards. Over to Lauber, looking for Weber. Tips that one out, and Bodine's at center ice. Bodine gets tripped down. They're going to call a penalty on that one as soon as they touch up on this puck. And they've got 45 seconds on the power play.
Well, they can kill 2 streaks with this one, Harry. They're 2 for 41 on the power play and the scoreless streak. They could end both of those right now.
I got a feeling.
You do?
I do.
Okay.
Not about tonight, about this play. I think it's going to happen.
Oh, they've pulled a goalie? That
Goalie
is how
pulled.
bad the Warriors want this game.
6
They
on
want,
4.
They want a tie for 4th place or even 4th place on their own.
Back out to the point. Bevan has it.
Do
Tipped into
not
Fredette.
leave your TV sets.
Back into
Oh,
Bevan. Block
uh-oh.
shot. It was right.
Oh,
They dumped this one in around the corner, winding up with 30 seconds left to go. Your Warriors 6 on 4 against this Waukesha team. Trying to get it out of the zone. Foster and Lauber banging for it. It's going to be offside. Now they've got 20.8. That .8 might be the important part of this game. 20.8
Could
seconds
be.
left to go in the third.
that's why they keep the 10th of a seconds up there. You can hear the encouragement of the fans.
That was the Waukesha fans.
Oh,
It's pretty quiet on
they
to our
want
right.
that 4th place on their own. They do not want to tie for 4th.
Lauber out of the zone, tipping it up to Castillo off the boards, but it's picked up by Waukesha on their own end. 10 seconds left to go. Oh, Haviland had that one just tipped away before he could get the shot off. Castillo with it. Shoot the puck. Shoot.
Ay, ay, ay.
Steele misses on that. This is going to be the end of the game, the end of the tournament, and
Wow.
not the end of the goalless streak, and not the end of the
Wow.
power play streak. And
What a way to go out. What a way to finish the tournament off, Harry. I'm speechless.
two shutouts.
Yeah. Wow.
Is there a goal scoring 101 class that we can take these kids to on the way to the
Yeah,
airport?
I'm going to refrain from providing any more commentary and just let the fans kind of take this in.
We did have some fun up here. The kids had some fun. The parents had some fun. It's always a good time when we get to travel, stay in those hotels, go to the Mall of America and hit some roller coasters and see some new sights. But it's never a fun way to end a tournament like this. I do appreciate everybody that's been joining us back in Denver, across the globe, everywhere else, all weekend long. We'll be back next weekend. I think we might. I have no clue. We'll let you know, but as always, the kids love it and we love it. Until next time, on behalf of everybody here, I'm Harry Haviland signing out.